All right, welcome to Frontline Fantasy Football. This is going to be a special edition. I'm joined by Jonathan Hausler.
Hello.
And the makeshift producer, Austin Alessio.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Hope y'all doing well. Y'all already know I am.
He is pretty pumped to be the producer today, replacing Seth Hansen, who is out ill. And Big Boo is not with us because he is working. So it's going to be a shorter podcast. We're going to do two podcasts. So this will be part one. And we're going to talk about rookies, Jonathan and I are. And then Austin is going to lead us in an ADP section. So I know he's looking forward to that. Right, Austin?
So much so. I cannot wait.
Okay, so let's get started with the rookies. I mean, let's just jump right in unless you had something you wanted to say, Jonathan.
No.
Okay.
Go for it.
So
He just kind of looked like he had something to say.
He did.
I'm thinking about it.
He was ready to spit straight fire.
Yeah.
I knew it. So I'll start us off, and I'm just going to talk about James Conner. For those of you who don't have a clue who he is, he's the backup running back for the Steelers. He is Le'Veon Bell's handcuff. He got 20 carries for 98 yards, which is over 4 yards a carry. So he's not going to be the back that Le'Veon is. He can't catch passes as well as Le'Veon, but he's the clear-cut handcuff. So he's somebody you want to pick, but he is also undraftable if you don't have Le'Veon.
Nice. My first one is kind of an obvious one, but Christian McCaffrey. There's obviously been a lot of talk about him.
Is he good?
He apparently is good.
Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm. But just with preseason and everything, seems like he's been getting a handle on the offense. Coaches have been impressed with him. Jonathan Stewart may still be in the mix a little bit, but I think McCaffrey brings kind of something that the Panthers are missing, that pass catching ability, and I think he'll be good this year.
Especially since they like to run out of the shotgun a lot. I don't think Stewart runs as well out of the shotgun. My next player I have is tight end Evan Ingram for the Giants. He ran a 4.4 at the combine. He's 6'6", so I mean he's a big target. He's basically described as a wide receiver playing tight end. He's a stud. Last preseason game, he was targeted in the red zone. He's currently going as pick 130, so end of the 13th round. So he's somebody that you can take a flyer on in your late rounds. He is a rookie tight end, so you got to take that into account because rookie tight ends don't normally succeed. Hunter Henry obviously did last year, but I think Evan Ingram, if you're going to take a risk on any tight end not named O.J. Howard, is a solid one to pick up.
Would you play him as number one? Because I don't think most people are going to want to roster two tight ends.
I'm actually a two tight end roster type of guy.
Okay.
I would, if I picked up, I mean,
do you rank
really with any tight end?
Do you have him ranked within your top 12?
My top 12 tight ends?
Yeah, would he be within the top 12? I think that might be a little easier question.
Let me look where I ranked him real quick.
Where are you looking up those ranks at?
FrontlineFantasyFootball.com. Thanks for that plug, Austin. Appreciate
How often are the ranks updated?
Not daily, but I look at them daily. So if there's somebody that I see did well or did worse, then I'll throw him in there. But right now, Evan Ingram's at 21, but I have not updated my tight ends in a while. So I would probably move him. After watching him, especially in this last preseason game, I would probably move him probably to 15. I have O.J. Howard at 14. And then Austin Hooper's at 16. Eric Ebron's at 17. I think he's right in that range. He's going to start. My boy Will Tye has lost the starting job. He's still on the team, but he's lost the starting job.
Probably lost it day one.
Just like no need to throw shade at Will Tye, but just like he lost me a ton of bets to Jonathan last year.
It's true.
So Evan Ingram, somebody to watch out for.
Nice. My next one is Jamal Williams. He is Ty Montgomery's backup on the Packers. I just think that there's been talks of Montgomery just not having a complete handle on the starting spot in Green Bay, mostly because of his fumble issues, and he's had some trouble with pass blocking too. And Montgomery is also struggling with an injury right now, and Jamal Williams I think could be poised for a breakout if Montgomery does go down at some point in the season.
Even as a Green Bay running back?
I do think so. I mean, I mean, Green Bay has a history of it. They had Eddie Lacy, who obviously did well in the past. I think he has a chance.
Then Amon Green.
There are at least enough touchdowns to go around. That's that's kind of the big thing there at the Packers.
Fair enough. Next one for me, Corey Davis. He's a wide receiver for the Titans. He's you haven't seen him play yet because has a hamstring issue. It's been lingering since his last game in college. He played for Western Michigan. He's probably going to be a player that doesn't do so hot this year, but is going to be a legit wide receiver in 2 or 3 years. So dynasty leagues, he should be one of the first 3 picks. I can understand Fournette and McCaffrey, but Corey Davis should be right there with those guys. And especially with Marcus Mariota being young, he's going to be with the same quarterback for his entire career most likely. So I think Corey Davis is going to be a legit wide receiver.
Nice. My next one is Zay Jones. He is a wide receiver on the Bills. This guy is automatically getting a promotion because Anquan Boldin retired. Sammy Watkins is gone. Pretty much all they have left now is Robert Woods and Zay Jones. So he has an immediate presence on the offense. He's been working on the first team offense, and I think he's a guy to watch out for.
I would agree. Next one for me, Samaje Perine. He's a running back for the Redskins. He's going deep in, I think it was the 12th round. I'd have to look again, but running back from Oklahoma, 5'11", 233 pounds. He's listed as 3rd on the depth chart right now, but that's behind Robert Kelly, who I don't think is a good back, always injured, and Chris Thompson, who only comes in on 3rd downs just for passing situations. So I don't see – he's listed as 3rd, but – or 3rd. I did 3. I don't know why I did 3, but he's listed as 3rd, but I could easily see him taking over the starting role 6 games into the season. So if you draft Robert Kelly, you need Samaje Perine. Otherwise, you're going to lose a starting running back throughout the year.
I agree with that one too. It's like Robert Kelly, he was okay, but he only had he hasn't been too impressive overall, I don't think.
No. It's a really cheap backfield to own too. I mean, you're not going to have to put hardly anything to get all the touches there. So
very true.
Well, yeah, I think I mean, you'd have to look it up for me, but I believe Samaje was in the 12th round and Robert Kelly was in the 10th.
I don't know how to spell Samaje.
Just how it's spelled. Just how it sounds.
How does it sound? What is
Samje? Samaje Perine.
It looks like current ADP is 182.
Oh, so even later.
That'd be like what, is that the 19th round?
Dang.
So I'm way off.
Just a little bit. He's being currently drafted behind Anquan Boldin.
Ouch.
And Jamal Charles.
That should change.
Jonathan, you're up.
Yep. Next one I have is Kenny Golladay. He is wide receiver on the Lions. Right now he's been working as the wide receiver 3. He's been on the first team offense, and he came from Northern Illinois and has been looking good in the preseason so far. And, he'll be working behind Marvin Jones and Golden Tate. I think he can make an impact there too.
Yeah, he's a big receiver, and he's somebody I think could have the most fantasy success this year out of any of the rookies not named Leonard Fournette and Christian McCaffrey.
I mean, Golden Tate's the only real weapon they have right now with Ebron hurt and everything. So
exactly.
Anquan Boldin's touchdowns. I mean,
Marvin dropped off a cliff last year, so who even knows?
He's gone.
I don't know what happened there. Yeah,
he was.
He started so strong.
Yeah, he's like going to be a top 5 receiver. I remember trying to trade Austin for him, and Austin was so hyped.
Back when I had Travis Benjamin too,
and
I had 3 players that through like the first 4 weeks were just looking like game. Willie Snead.
Oh, Willie Snead, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had all 3 of them in the first 3 weeks. I just felt like the world's biggest baller.
Yeah, just major.
Got some good
off.
trade offers for him. Didn't take it.
Do you regret that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So last person I want to talk about is Dante Foreman. I really don't know how to say his first name.
Mm-mm.
Running back for the Texans. Geez, he's 4th string right now, but he's 6 foot, 235 pounds. He's a bigger back. He played for Texas. I think he's 4th string right now because he got arrested before the preseason started.
Oof.
I don't remember what for. I think it was drunk driving or something like that. But I don't know. he was arrested, so he's kind of had a later start, but he's a legit back. I think he's going to end up being Lamar Miller's handcuff. Alfred Blue is currently the handcuff, and he's done nothing throughout his career. He's just been a backup this whole time.
Nothing like a good big back, right, Jason?
That's what I'm saying. Big backs are ballers, minus Eddie Lacy.
Ooh.
Oh, come on. He was good.
When?
His yard per carry has always been good.
1 year?
Every year?
No, it's...
He always has an ankle injury.
He's not even going to start this year. Thomas Rawls is starting now.
Okay, we'll see.
Eddie Lacy is no good.
All right.
So let's kick it over to Austin now for his average draft position section. So you just want to...
All right, and so we're going to be using ESPN average draft position for this. This is just going to be something where I'm going to say a name, and these guys have to guess the location, and then once it is revealed, then they're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about whether that's a good spot, they should be low or higher, things like that.
Could we wage a board bet on this one? Winner or loser gets a loss on the board bets?
Ooh.
I mean, I suppose so. I think I have a distinct advantage because I can see the ADP.
Well, I'm talking
just between
okay.
us two.
Yeah.
I don't have a pen over here, but we can definitely get... Oh, there
I
it
have
is.
one. So can you catch it?
I can try.
That's some pretty high stakes,
There we go.
though.
All right, there we go.
So do you want to fill out that paper real quick?
Yep. And so the first bet that the first player that we're going to go ahead and talk about here that you guys have to guess the ADP on.
Good luck.
You too.
So these did change quite a bit since the last time I've looked at these personally. But,
Jonathan just punched me in the shoulder for those of you on the podcast.
T.Y. Hilton. Where is his average? This is
probably
10-team standard
I'll put that
on
on
ESPN. 10-team standard ESPN. Where is he being drafted?
Do you want me
as of the latest update?
So is it closest to or?
Yeah.
So do you want me to go first? Because
yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go with pick 11.
All right. What do you got, Jonathan?
Ooh. I'll go a little bit lower. I'll go pick 15.
And so, T.Y. Hilton has now moved
Probably
to number 18. So Jonathan wins this one.
What?
Yeah, he's moved quite a bit. And I think that is largely in part due to Andrew Luck.
That's what I was
a lot of
thinking,
question marks going on with him.
Yeah.
And so, how do you guys feel about that? Good, bad? Is he a steal?
Well, at that price, he's a steal. I don't think it mattered. If he was pretty consistent last year, I think he was in double digits he had 10 games in double digits, and I think that, and he played some games without Andrew Luck.
Right.
So, I mean, I think he's clearly capable of putting up good numbers without Andrew Luck.
I would agree. I think his value does drop a little bit without Luck, but
Agreed.
I still think that at 18, it's still a bargain. Obviously, Luck is going to be back at some point this year, so
Yeah,
I would pick him before 18.
Yeah, I'd be happy with him as my number one.
Yeah.
At pick 18 especially.
All right. And so the next one we do have is going to be Lamar Miller. What is the current ADP?
You can start us out, and I'll undermine you.
All right, that sounds good. Under is the way to go, I think. Man, I think I would go pick 13.
All right. Jason, what do you think?
Pick 23.
Too high.
Jeez.
All right. And so the current ADP is actually number 28.
Oh, wow.
So Jason gets that one. He
so
in
back on the
case
board.
people have not checked lately, that's actually dipped quite a bit in the last week here.
He was around 23, I thought.
Yeah.
According to
He was
ESPN.
low 20s, yeah, but now he's moved up to 28. So what do you guys think about that?
I think he's a steal. I think he's going to get a ton of carries. I mean, it's just a constant battle behind him for the backup spot, as I mentioned earlier in this podcast. And I don't think he has to worry about any competition. I think Deshaun Watson's going to help him out a little bit because the passing game might actually be decent, even though Brock Osweiler did all right in his preseason game last night. So I think steal.
I don't know.
Hater.
I am a hater. I'm not on the Lamar train. I had him last year, and then
That's why you picked him at 13.
Exactly. It's because I think he's a little overrated, but that's not where I would pick him. That's just where I thought he was. But I don't know. I just having him last year. I think part of his faults last year were due to Osweiler, but after last year I have a hard time trusting him.
So where would you pick him at?
I think a little bit lower than that, probably in the 30s.
So like
I think Deshaun Watson makes a big difference.
Terrell Pryor's at 30, I think.
Yeah.
You'd pick him.
It would depend on what I need, I guess. If I went wide receiver heavy earlier or running back, but I don't know. I probably would pick him over Pryor though.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. 2 years ago, the offense wasn't terrible, and that was when it was running through Brian Hoyer. And so I just feel that if they can even get something remotely competent back there, it's really going to open up a lot of things that we didn't see last year.
Agreed.
Be nice.
All right, and so the next player that we have is Jordy Nelson.
Ooh.
I get to start this bad boy.
Yep, you're up on this one, Jason.
Well, just thinking about it, I know he's moved up, and I know it's David.
Up being closer to one or farther from one?
Or I guess moved down. I know it's David, Le'Veon, Antonio.
So where's he at?
Odell at 4, Julio at 5.
Come on, I need an answer. Time's running out here. 5.
I'm going to go 7.
7, okay. John, what do you got?
I think I'm going lower. I think I'm going to go, I'll go 9.
Ooh, I think we're splitting the difference.
All right, and actually that one is going to be a draw because it's number 8.
Oh.
So you guys are right on target there.
I was thinking 7 or 8.
I just noted that one because he has been outside of the top 10 until very recently here.
Huh.
So do you guys see any reason why he would have moved down?
He's not a sexy pick, especially coming off the ACL tear a couple years ago, and he's older. He's the only 30-year-old player in the top 10. So he's not somebody that you're like, yes, or kind of excited about, but he consistently scores touchdowns, 27 touchdowns in the past 2 years. So I'm on it. I don't know if I'd pick him if I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I might go for the sexier pick like LaShawn McCoy or Freeman, but so be it if you want to pick Jordy.
I agree with that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers just throws touchdowns left and right, so they got to go to somebody, and I think Jordy's going to be good, but I agree with you. I think depending on the situation, I'd probably rather have someone else too.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one thing I do have, though, is that last year Aaron Rodgers did have 2 receivers with double-digit touchdowns, so I just feel like that's not going to stop anytime soon here.
Well, you're a homer, so
But
Packers fan.
so we have this may be one of the last ones. Kind of depends how you guys split these next couple ones up. But this one's going to be a dual package here. So I have So I want kind of like a range. Give me like a 5-player range because they're both within 5 picks of each other. Where do we have Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady being drafted?
Oof.
So just give me a range, for example, like you'd say 1 to 5.
This is average draft position?
Yep, average draft position. They're being drafted within 5 picks of each other. Looks like within 4 technically, but give me a 5-pick window.
Well, I'm trying to think about where I would draft them, and I know you're up, so I mean you can talk me through
6 seconds left on this countdown clock.
My problem with me is I always draft QBs late, so I'm like I always trend toward that.
So,
but I don't know. 50s, 50 to 55.
So 50. Oh, let's punch the table down here. Okay, 50 to 55.
Well, I know I could get the easy win and just go 45 to 50.
Give me a real guess.
But I'll be a little bit nicer. We'll go 30 to 35.
All right.
Nice.
I feel like people are going to.
And so actually, believe it or not, you guys are both pretty far off. Aaron Rodgers is being drafted now at number 17.
What?
With Tom Brady now moved at number 20.
My goodness.
Well, I got the win for that
one. You did, yeah. Jason does have the win here.
Let's go.
How do you guys feel about that?
Ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Aaron Rodgers shouldn't go till the 4th round. No way. There's way better picks.
Agreed. You're missing out on so many good running backs and wide receivers by doing that. You're hurting your team, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to get you 20 to 25 points, but there's a lot of quarterbacks in the 8th or 9th. I think Andrew Luck's going in the 8th round. He could easily do that. Drew Brees is going later. Matt Ryan. I mean, there's no way you should take a quarterback that high, especially Tom Brady. He could have a Peyton Manning second year. You don't know that.
He's the GOAT. What are you talking about?
He is the GOAT, but he could fall off a cliff.
He could.
The one thing that I always think with quarterbacks is that while they're going to give you that boost every week, there also is only one of them that you need, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That's why I feel it's a little more imperative to stack the running backs and the wide receivers of the world.
Build your assets up.
Well, that aren't quarterbacks, right?
Well,
right.
You got the point.
And so I'm going to do one more.
Can you say the score?
Yeah, so right now it is Jason 2-1 over John. And so I'm going to do one more, and if John wins it, we'll go into a sudden death. But
good.
Dun, dun, dun.
potential last one here is
Wow,
going to be
that was-
Ty Montgomery.
Oh boy.
That's hard.
And I get to start this
Yep,
one off.
you get to start this one off.
So let's think about it.
I'm actually really interested to see what you guys have to say about this.
I would go somewhere probably. He's a running back, starting running back on a pass-happy team. I know Jonathan's just going to go one over me or one below me. That's what I would do, especially in a dire
Especially-
situation.
especially-
All right,
I need a
I need that
W.
answer.
Pick 65.
All right, we got 65 for Jason.
65.
I would go one over me.
John, what do you think?
I don't.
Yeah. I'll go 64. I think he's
65.
before
Oh.
that.
All right. So if you weren't if this had nothing to do with winning or losing, what would have you actually guessed? Like, do you have a?
Yeah. I would go in the 50s. Probably
Okay.
like 53 or something like
Okay,
that.
perfect. I just want to make sure. And so, actually, John does win that one. Ty Montgomery has moved his way down to number 41
Oh my goodness.
on the ESPN ADP.
Wow.
People are. I don't know.
So how do you guys
can
feel
you name
about
the
this?
running backs that are around him? Or
All
just
right,
name
so
players that
he
are
is
around
That's a
one
good idea.
spot behind Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde is 40.
What?
And
That's
Ty Montgomery is
blasphemy.
41.
It is blasphemy.
running backs with Kyle Shanahan, studs.
So hear this. It goes so number 39, Jordan Reed. Number 40, Carlos Hyde. 41, Ty Montgomery. 42, Greg Olson. 43, Keenan Allen. So there you're taking Ty Montgomery over Keenan Allen as of right now.
No.
way.
Why would you do that?
Speaking of people who have fell, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
He would have been a good one
What
to ask.
is
but-
Christian McCaffrey? I feel like he's gonna just skyrocket in this.
Do you guys want that to be the last one? Tiebreaker? You're tied. Do you
Sure.
want McCaffrey?
Sure.
Well, luckily.
Okay. There it is.
That was too
Okay,
fast of
this-
an answer. maybe.
This is for the win.
I mean, he just had Christian McCaffrey in his rookies. But,
Oh, this is for the win,
I don't
Jason.
remember a number though.
well, Jonathan gets to start us off, and I can't wait to undermine him.
Great.
I'm gonna go with. Oh man.
I feel like he's just pick 12. I'm not saying pick 12.
Actually, how about this? Well, never mind. I was gonna say you both write it down and flip the paper, but
We don't have paper.
we don't. So it's okay. Sean, go ahead.
I'll go with pick 22.
All right, Jason.
Splitting it right down the middle. Let's
Mhm.
see. I'm gonna go with. I know he was like 38-ish, so we're gonna go
Hey, I need
one
to pick.
above Jonathan.
That's a good idea.
Pick-
23.
You on 23? All right. His actual position
I'm gonna be so upset.
is it's he's kind of hasn't moved too much. He's actually at 34.
Let's
Ah.
go.
So Jason's coming out with the victory on this one.
Nice work. That was
Our first
Hard fought.
loser of the year.
That's all right. I'll come back.
I don't know. Big Boo's been taking
Probably
L's
not.
all season.
Well, you're gonna talk trash about a man when he's not here to defend himself.
Well, he's not here because he took an L. So
That's true.
Hmm.
Gotta work.
Yeah.
Gotta work. I agree with this position actually. Honestly, think he could be a little bit higher. I think he could end up being really good, but I just had a feeling people are gonna take him really high because
he seems like one of those
he's
hype players
super
that
hype
every year
like
people
Fournette.
get crazy on.
Fournette's gonna go super high too. I know. I just have a feeling. Could you say what Fournette's average draft?
Yeah,
position
he
is?
actually fell a little bit, which I was kind of I
He's
was kind of
dealing-
lower on him than most
dealing with
people.
an ankle injury.
He's at number
Right.
24 though. I honestly think Blake Bortles hurt him a lot too.
That's true.
Maybe, yeah. That honestly surprised me. They're two pretty hot topics, and I felt like they would have
He is
skyrocketed up.
Leonard Fournette one spot below or above, Ezekiel Elliott.
What?
Just- Zeke has now moved down to
Hmm.
25, which I think is he's moved down way too much.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I would
He's a
take
good
him.
value.
I would definitely
Yeah.
take Fournette over Ezekiel Elliott. So that's going to wrap up this shorter podcast. We're not going to do too continuous. Austin looked kind of surprised by that.
I
but
did.
Yeah. So this is going to wrap up our shorter podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Frontline FF. You should check out our webpage, frontlinefantasyfootball.com. You can check out Jonathan's blogs. Excellent blogs, excellent reads. Check out our rankings there.
They actually are good. I mean, he writes
they're legit,
professionally for
yeah,
a living,
he's-
so I mean,
It's not
it's not like me writing it.
exactly.
Stop.
Also, go to YouTube. Oh, he's so humble. Go to YouTube, Frontline Fantasy Football. Austin puts together our videos. There's a lot of great videos out there for you to check out. And you can also go to Google Play and find us, and iTunes. Leave us reviews. Let us know if you hate us, like us, We don't care. Just leave a review.
I mean, we kind of do care because if everybody says they hate us, then we probably should reevaluate a couple things.
Well,
True.
okay. We just want the review, basically, is what I'm saying. So
Remember, turn that ad block off when you're on the YouTube.
unless you don't want to. Thanks for watching and listening.